welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. So today is going to be a very simple, easy day. We got some work done this morning. However, long story short, which my long stories are never short, but I had mentioned before that I was working on a project for work and we implemented that project on Wednesday. So now it's kind of just like a trial and error phase. So it's been pretty busy the past few days. I got some work done today and I have to go to downtown to run an errand. And I thought we'd go ahead and stop by a coffee shop, get some studying done, get some work done. Yeah, but really quickly, I wanted to show you guys, I mentioned in my last vlog that I was waiting for like one of my main items to come in the mail. And I finally received it. And it's this cute little coffee mug. And it just says my weekend is fully booked. It is so cute. I don't know if you can... I think you guys could see it a little bit better in the clip before where my coffee was actually inside of it. But... yeah, so I got this and she also sent me a cute little bookish sticker. It has like flowers coming out of the books, which is really, really cute. And then she also sent me a little magnetic bookmark. Look how cute this is. It says Hot Girls Read Books. And this is really neat because I've never had a magnetic bookmark, so I'm really excited to use this one. So I had ordered my King of Sloth copy on Amazon. It was released on May 1st and I was supposed to get it May 2nd, which was yesterday. And it's finally out for delivery today, but I've been reading it on my Kindle. I'm currently on chapter 11. I feel like I say this about a lot of books, but literally I am so obsessed with it. You guys know that the King of Sin series is in my favorites pile. I was super excited to get to Sloane and Xavier's story. Which, by the way, I'm a little confused because the way it's spelled, his name is Xavier, but his nickname is Xavi, which technically Xavier is Javier. So his nickname would be Javi, but it's spelled with the Xavi. So I don't think it's Xavi. I don't think that's what his nickname is. So now I'm crossed because if his nickname is Javi, is his name Javier just spelled with an X? But I'm going to call him Xavier. But this one revolves around Sloane and Xavier. Sloane is his publicist, and Xavier is kind of like this out of control, almost trust fund baby. He actually gets an annual allowance. So anyways, he really doesn't have a job. And And anyways, it's pretty interesting because I'm on chapter 11, but a couple of chapters back, I've seen some signs of something that he's interested in, because technically he's, like I said, just a trust fund baby. He doesn't really have a job. He's always partying, and Sloane is his publicist, so she's supposed to like keep him out of trouble. Xavier has been attracted to her since the beginning, and she's just more tight, very business, very professional. He gets her away just so she can kind of like let loose. He wants to see that side of her, but it's so cute. He is the biggest flirt with her. It's just really cute. I'm really loving it. But I believe this was my second to last book that I wrapped up in the month of April. And this was definitely a 5 stars for me. I'll go get a little more into it once we get to my April wrap up. But I love this book so much, and I was reading it on my Kindle. So in my Kindle, I highlighted a lot. So I kind of wanted to actually go through and highlight in my physical copy. I had ordered some really cute pens. I have some similar to these, but the ink is black versus these are actually colored. I love the pastel colors. And then I also have some highlighters, but I thought I'd go ahead and order some more. I like to color coordinate my tabs with the color of the book or with like the color schemes of the book. So I did order these highlighters, and then I ran out of my tabs, or purple tabs specifically. So I went ahead and just ordered a new pack. And I honestly haven't even seen if, I'm pretty sure it has purple, but I haven't even really opened this. I think I got a total of 200. I'm running out, and I think some of them are actually stuck in some books. So I need to kind of just flip the pages through my book so I can get all of them together. This one has a purple, so that's what I want to use with the Love Redesigned cover. This one has like some blues and pink, and also a different shade of purple. And then this one just has different colors. Like I mentioned, I ordered about 200 of them, so, oh, perfect. Okay, so actually, instead of using this one shade of purple, we are going to be using these different shades of purple. And then of course I'm going in with the purple pen. I've never written or highlighted in any of my books. I only highlight on my Kindle. But there are just so many quotes that I fall in love with in a lot of my books, and I make sure I tab them, but I kind of want to highlight them. And then this one, it wasn't just the quotes, but it was also whenever there were signs of them, like whether it was falling for each other or his deep feelings for her, vice versa. Anytime that a character shows like some really strong feelings, I like to highlight that as well. So anyways, I can't wait to do this. I may do this later on tonight, but yeah, until my book comes in, it's supposed to be here between 2 and 6, and it's currently 12:56. So in the meantime, I'm going to be reading out of my Kindle. But yeah, I did throw our bedding into the washer. We got our fresh, clean sheets. So May will be a very, very busy month. On top of that, I'm wrapping up one of my difficult classes, and then the next one that I jump into will be just as difficult. So I have a lot of studying to get done. I'm actually waiting for my jeans to come out of the dryer. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and pack our bag. Okay, so we just got back in the car. I already ran my errand, and then I found a cute little coffee shop, which I'm pretty sure it was a coffee shop, but at the same time, I think it was more of like a workspace. They had like a few conference rooms. I don't know, I think it was like a legal firm. It had a cute name. It was the Legal Cafe, and their coffee was really good. I got a little breakfast bagel. I got some work done, but let's go ahead and go pick up the kiddos. So I'm here at my daughter's school and I'm going to read per usual, but I just remembered that this morning whenever I was putting on my tinted moisturizer, I was basically out and I was like pumping the bottle over and over and hardly like any came out. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity to run on over to Ulta. I just need to grab that, and then also my mascara is like pretty much dried out, so I do need a new mascara. I did buy a new one a few weeks ago, and it's a new one by, I want to say, L'Oreal Panoramic. I don't know, it's in like a gold tube. However, my eyelashes with mascara, it weighs them down. So I do use waterproof mascara. I don't like the waterproof mascaras to where I'm like rubbing the heck out of my eyes and it won't come off. And I've come to find that the Maybelline False Lashes, it's the little purple tube that I use. I did notice that with that mascara, I don't have to scrub so hard to get the mascara off. But I noticed that with any other waterproof mascara, it is really stuck on there, which is great because it's doing its job. Anyways, so I don't know if I will pick up the same one. If you guys use waterproof mascara and know of one that does a really good job but also isn't like glued to your lashes, definitely let me know. But yeah, let's get some reading done. For this portion of the video, whenever I do like a monthly wrap up of what I read, normally I do like more of a sit down video. However, I feel like I've been sitting down a lot today. So for the month of May, I read a total of 6 books this month. But at the very beginning of the month, I started off with A Curse for True Love. This is the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. This was the 3rd and final book. And that series alone, I cannot tell you guys enough like how obsessed I was with that series. I did enjoy 1 and 3, but my all-time favorite book was The Ballad of Never After. I rated this one a 4 stars. I think The Ballad of Never After, I rated that one a 5 stars, and a 4 stars for Once Upon a Broken Heart. So this was the first book that I started the month off with. And then after this one, I jumped into The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. My favorite book from her was Then She Was Gone. I love that book. And then I also read The Night She Disappeared. and I pretty much like all of her little twists that she has. Rated this one a 3 stars. It was actually really interesting. So there's a family who actually takes in another family, but once they move in, you notice like different things happening. After the family upstairs, we jumped into Elsie Silver's new book, which is Wild Love. This is book 1 in the Rose Hill series, and I was so excited because, again, I think I mentioned this series in every single video, but the Chestnut Spring series is definitely my favorite cowboy romance. This one actually revolves Willa, which is one of the main characters in the Chestnut Spring series. This one revolves around her brother. I really enjoyed it. I rated it 3 stars. But I really actually liked it. I think I was maybe expecting a little bit more because of the Chestnut Spring series. But overall, it was a really good book. I actually really enjoyed it while I was reading it. But I think I was expecting a little bit more from Ford's and Rosie's relationship. After this one, I jumped into The Ones Who Got Away by Ronnie Lauren. I also rated this one a 3 stars. So this one I actually want to reread. I don't know if I maybe got into a little slump after reading Wild Love. I couldn't tell the tone of the book. This one revolves around a high school shooting and basically kind of like the aftermath and what some of the victims kind of go through afterwards, but it's also a romance. So I think I went in thinking that it was going to be kind of like a sad book. But then I got a little bit of romance. I got a little bit of spice. I just couldn't tell if I was supposed to be like sad reading this book or if it was supposed to be like a romance. But I think it was a little bit of both, but I think that's why I couldn't tell what I was supposed to be feeling. It really didn't bring out those emotions out of me. It was a good book, got through it, and I rated this one a 3 stars. But I do plan on rereading it just because, like I mentioned, I really couldn't figure out what the tone was. So after The Ones Who Got Away, we jumped into Love Redesign, and this was my 5-star read of the month. I absolutely loved it. I have the Dreamland Billionaire series in my favorites pile, so I was super excited to jump into this one. This one takes place in Lake Wisteria. I love Julian's and Dahlia's story. From the very beginning, I was sucked into this book. I love the little chemistry. I love the banter in between them. It was just a really good, fun read for me. Like, I literally enjoyed every single chapter. I read this one on my Kindle, so I need to go back and look at my highlights. That way I can go ahead and highlight them in the book and tab them because I love so many quotes from this book. So Dahlia's character, I haven't read a book with a female character like Dahlia. Some of the things that she's going through I haven't seen in any of the books that I've read, but I genuinely love this one. Rated it a 5 stars. I'm still obsessing over it, so I cannot wait for Love and Written, which that one revolves around Raphael's story, which is going to be like a single dad grumpy trope, and Rafa is Julian's cousin, so I can't wait for that one to come out. Then the last book that I read in the month of April, I read on my Kindle, but yeah, that one was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. And I actually really enjoyed that one. I rated that one a 4 stars and I enjoyed it. I literally wanted to continue reading after every single chapter. I didn't want to stop, and I binged this in, I believe, like 1 day. So it was actually really good. This one revolves around the housemaid. She has just gotten out of prison, but it doesn't really state why in the beginning. And she accepts a job as kind of basically a nanny. And once she moves in with the family, weird things start to happen. So if you are into mystery thrillers, I do recommend that one. But that is all for my April wrap up. And then for the month of May, I actually already started on The King of Sloth. I absolutely love the King of Sin series. I love Dante's story. I have to say, I think Kai's story is my favorite. But yeah, I think I already kind of gave a recap of this one towards the beginning of the video. But yeah, so for the month of May, I plan on reading 5 books. I have a really busy month, like I mentioned towards the beginning of the video, so I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of these. But of course, I already jumped into The King of Sloth and I'm on chapter, I think 12 now. And so after that, I'm going to jump into all of Emily Henry's books. I think, of course, I'm going to start off with Book Lovers, Beach Read, and then The Happy Place, and then Funny Story, which I grabbed at Target, I think last week. I think I had it in last week's vlog. But this is going to be my TBR for the month of May. And my camera's about to die, so this is the perfect spot to go ahead and wrap up this vlog. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I cannot thank you guys enough for being here, for all of your support and all of your kind words. And until my next video, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!